My phone? I don't want. I don't want. Looking for Dom, maybe. Alright. Let's go ahead, and I do need one more Marshall out there. I get one more Marshall. I will need... Okay. Lineup is going to be Andrew Hammond on the 1, Kendra 2, Dom 3, Chris 4, Andrew 5, and Joe will take the 6. Alright. We have our lineup. Drivers and marshals. We go on the sound of the tone. And off and running. It's going to be a nice, clean opening lap here. Andrew Hammond going to lead him around. Kendra 2, Dom in the 3. Dom rocking some new colors. Got the white, orange, black in the 3 spot. Going down. Gets a lucky roll. It's going to allow Kendra and Andrew a little bit of breathing room out front. Down the straightaway, top 2. And there is Chris in the 4. Chris also got a new paint job. The yellow nose, white back, running that new Mugen 2-wheel drive. And it's Joe in the 4. Andrew 5. First minute down. Orange and blue, your race leader. Down the straightaway. The 12 flat out of Andrew. Kendra 12-2. Dom in that 3 spot with an 11-9. Fastest driver around the track that time by. It's a big mistake out of Andrew. Who's going to put Kendra out front. The pink, blue, and green of Kendra Knowles down the straightaway. Hammond right there in the 2 spot. Dom 3, Chris 4, and Joe rounding out the top 5. So we are now 2 minutes in, 3 to go. Race leader down that straightaway going 12 flat. Little bobble there out of Hammond. Got Dom in the 3 spot with the 12-1. Definitely has the pace of the leaders. Just got to keep that thing on all 4s. Race leader coming up onto the back end of the field. Pink nose. Green back. Down the straightaway. Blue and orange in the 2 spot. And the black, orange, and white of Dom. Rounding out the top 3. Coming up on to 2 minutes to go. Down the straightaway for Kendra, your current leader, 25.503. It's a strong opening pace. Got Hammond in the 2 spot, 25.506. And Dom rounding out the top 3, getting that white, orange, and black down the straightaway on a 24.5 flat. Ooh. Again, race leader, pink, blue, and green over the triple. Joe giving plenty of room there. It's coming up. We are on to the final minute. Heat 2 of 17.5 two-wheel. Coming up next should be the Roadrunner, Sean King, Tanner, Alex, Art, and David Stevenson. Second place at blue and orange. Oh, jumping right over the carnage. "20 seconds left. Looks like Kendra will go out for one more. Hammond is going to make it. It'll be close here for Joe, but he's got it. Dom gets by. Andrew did not. Andrew, you're done. There is Kendra. Got Hammond across the line. And that is everybody. Thank you, marshals. Thank you, drivers. Please grab those blowers. We got Dom taking third. Hammond 2 and Kendra going to set the pace. Day 25.505.
Art Screama, Scott Deluge, Alex Stroud-Hopolas, Tanner Dillon.
What up, Chris?
Sean King.
I do need
David
one
Stevenson.
more marshal out there. There he is. He's got everybody checked in. Let's go ahead and shut it down, drivers. No more laps, please. No more laps. It is... I do. So you got the Roadrunner on the 1. King 2, Tanner 3, Alex 4, Art 5, and David will take the 6. All right, we've got our lineup. Drivers and marshals, we are live in less than 5. And we're off and running here. This is the second heat for the 17.5 two-wheel drive class. It's a nice clean start once again. Everybody playing nice. Art having to avoid a early braking there from Alex and Tanner. As the Roadrunner gets a clean jump out front. He's got King right there on the 2 spot. And Alex moving up into the top 3. And it's Art 4, David 5, Tanner falling back here early on. Everybody in this class is very experienced. Just the top 3 starting to tighten up here. First minute in. So everybody nice and clean over that triple. Down the straightaway. Little bobble there to King. Alex gets tangled up in it. That's going to put Art into the 2 spot. Yellow nose. Purple back in the 2 spot. Then it's the all white of the Roadrunner in the lead. Minute 30 in. Leader over that triple. White with the yellow wheels. Yellow, purple, and blue with the yellow wheels in the 2 spot. And Alex going to round out the top three in the silver and green. It's King falling back to the 4 after that slight bobble. Tanner 5, David 6. 2 minutes in, 3 to go. Oh, down in the middle is David. He's coming up onto the halfway point. Art starting to close the gap. Roadrunner 12 flat. Art 11.5. Alex 11.7. Art's got a very tidy race line around this track. Over the triple, top 2. Could even throw Alex in that battle as well. So down the straightaway for the top 3. Oh, little bobble there to Roadrunner. He did wait it out. Oh, but Art all over his back bumper down that straightaway. Got Alex lurking in the shadows, looking to pick up some crumbs. Still King in the 4, Tanner 5, David 6. Those guys are pretty separated. Slight bobble there out of the Roadrunner. Art couldn't do anything about it. Coming up onto the final minute. Again, another little bobble there, but he holds the inside tight. Track very hard to pass on. The Roadrunner running a wide car right now. Art and Alex very experienced driving in traffic. Nobody's touched each other. That's what I love to see out here. 30 seconds to go. There's the mistake. Art couldn't take advantage of it. Oh, but now he can. Art to the race lead. Alex right there. Oh. Art going to clip that inside pipe. Alex to the race lead now. 10 seconds to go. Yeah, this will be the final lap. I don't think they're going to make the line as the Roadrunner shorts watch the triple. So Alex, you will take the win and the TQ. Everybody going to finish up. 3rd place going to King. Art in the 2 and Alex taking the win and the TQ. 25-501. That was an awesome race, guys. So we've got 21.5 two-wheel drive heat number 1. Slightly slower cars in this race. The lower the number of motor, the faster it is. So we got Zach, John, Brandon, Al, Shane, Gary, and Brian Badgett is in the building.
John Barvick, Brian Badgett, Gary Weaver, Shane Baker, Zach Parsons, Al Fernandez.
All right.
Brandon
I got
Chandler.
everybody checked in. Thank you to my marshals. Straightaway is closed. Straightaway is closed. It is Zach on the 1, John Barvick on the 2, Brandon 3, Al 4, Shane 5, Gary 6, and Brian will take the back. Again, it is Zach, John. This guy's getting it figured out here. All right. Drivers and marshals, we are live in less than 5. Easy, John. Back it up, back it up. All right, let's try that again. Drivers, marshals, on the sound of the tone. Oh, and Zach down early. It's going to put John out front, but for how long? So here's Brandon. And what a start out of Brian from the 7 spot all the way up into the top 3. It's Brandon making the move for the race lead, that all white. Brian going to follow him through the blue and white in the 2 spot. Car down in the triple. And it's Gary rounding out the top 3 down the straightaway. John 4. And it's Shane 5. Shane was in the 5. It's Zach in the 5 with Shane 6. Al in the 7. So just a reminder for you guys, if there is a faster car coming up behind you, please give them some room. Leader down the straightaway. Brian's got some clear track. Just ran a 13.2. It's been his quickest so far. It's Gary in the 2. Brandon right there in the 3. Down the straightaway. 2nd and 3rd. It's still John in the 4. Shane back into the top 5. Oh, watch straightaway. That's clear. It's coming up onto the halfway point. Brian down that straightaway. Blue and white leads the way. Gary Weaver. Call them white lightning around here. He's got that yellow, green, white. Down the straightaway now for Gary. And the all white of Brandon rounding out the top 3. Down the straightaway for Brandon and John. That yellow and pink in the 4th spot. And it's Shane 5, Al 6, Zach falling to the 7. Got just under 2 minutes left to go. Minute 45. Leader down the straightaway. White nose, blue back. Current pace 23.510. Gary down the straightaway in the 2 spot. Yellow, green, white. Ooh. Oh, Gary making a mistake on his own. Still Brandon in the 3. Shane all the way to the 4. Shane's got that white nose. Yellow rear running the Schumacher. 35 seconds left to go. John. Ten seconds to go. Brian out for his final lap. John out for one more. Looks like Al is gonna make it. Yes, he is. Zach, you are the first to finish. There is Brian, Brandon, and 2 more to go. 2 more. And that is everybody. Thank you, marshals. Thank you to my drivers. 3rd place going to Brandon. Got Gary 2 and Brian taking the win at a 22.502. So you got the second heat of 21.5 on the track.
All right, your guest announcer, Kendra Knowles, on the timing stand to call this one. Race number 4, 21.5 two-wheel drive buggy. Second heat of 21.5. On the stand, we've got
Ben
Brian
Cropper.
Gallagher, Jeffrey Moore,
Brian
Tim
Gallagher.
Carr, Ben Cropper, Welby Knowles, Ronald Burnett, and Steve Corner.
Steve Kerner. Welby Knowles 3. Jeffrey Moore. Ronald Burnett. Tim Carr.
All right. I've got a check from all vehicles, and it looks like we've got enough marshals. Let's go ahead and close this straightaway. Straightaway closed. Let's go ahead and line them up. On the pole, we've got Brian Gallagher. On the 2, Jeffrey Moore. 3, Tim Carr. 4, Ben Cropper. 5, Welby Knowles. 6, Ronald Burnett. And on the 7, Steve Corner. Don't worry, Steve. Next round, you're on the pole. Yeah, that's right. All right, let's see. We got 7 cars on the grid. We got marshals in place. Drivers ready. Go with the sound of the tone, not before. And they're off. Brian Gallagher in that yellow and white, leading them around. Tim Carr looking for it, but he rolls it. Let's see here. Looks like Jeffrey Moore in the 2, and Welby Knowles rounding out the top 3. 2 and 3 coming over the triple. Brian Gallagher with about a straightaway lead now. Jeffrey Moore holding down the 2. Welby looking for the inside. Jeffrey making his car as wide as possible. Meanwhile, Steve Corner in the 4, all the way up from the back. Ben Cropper 5, Ronald Burnett 6, Tim Carr 7. Let's see here. Welby Knowles up to the 2. I took my eyes off the track for a second. Welby makes the pass up into the 2 spot. Time to beat is 22.502, set by Brian Bagdet. Leader's pace is 25.506 for Brian Gallagher. If he can keep it on its wheels, it's going to be a good run. Let's see here. I've just lost my computer. Gonna check on this technical difficulty. Keep going while I check on this. All right, we've got Brian Gallagher out in the lead, 25.506. Welby Knowles in the 2, 23.5 flat. And Steve Corner in the 3. With 2 minutes remaining, driver, it's just over 2 minutes. Still working on a technical difficulty on the stand. I'll be back up there in a moment. Right now I'm calling. All right. Okay, sorry about that. Computer screen totally went out here. I'm showing Steve Corner in the lead. Wait a minute. I think we have a computer glitch. A minute and 20 seconds remaining, drivers. Keep going. Okay, guys. You go ahead and stop. There's a computer glitch. Sorry about that. Computer glitch. We're going to have to rerun this race. This race. Yeah, something. Yeah, I was showing Steve out front, and now, yeah, we're going to have to rerun this one. So we'll run this race after the last race before the next round. So all right, I think we've got that technical difficulty figured out. So up next is race 5, 17.5 four-wheel drive buggy. On the stand, we've got Tanner Dillon, Jared Deluge, Alex Strophanopoulos, and Gary Weaver. So race 4, we will run race 4 after race number 6. Race 4 will be run after race number 6. So get your batteries charged up. And let's see, we can use marshals, volunteers, or from that last race. We could greatly appreciate some marshals. I didn't do it. I swear I didn't do it. It just. All right, still looking for a few more marshals. I've got 2 marshals. I'll need quite a few more. Can use some marshals from that last race or volunteers. Pretty please, pretty please. It's only 4 cars in this heat. Should be easy to marshal. And thank you, Steve, for blowing off the track. Steve's making sure there's absolutely no marbles on that straightaway. All right, looks like we've got enough marshals to... All right, track is open. Track is open. Thank you, Steve. All right, get a few laps in here.
Gary Weaver.
Get the bugs out of your
Tanner
system.
Dillon.
Get those tires warmed up.
Alex Stroud-Hopolas.
And Jared.
Jared Deluge.
All right, I've got Jared's transponder. All right, if you guys are ready, let's go ahead and line them up. Straightaway closed, straightaway closed. All right, on the pole, we're going to have Tanner Dillon. On the 2, Jared Deluge. 3, Alex Strapanopoulos. And on the 4, Gary Weaver, the White Lightning. All right. 4-wheel drive, one of my favorite classes to run here. All right, we got marshals in place. Drivers ready. Go at the sound of the tone, not before. And they're off. Tanner Dillon leading them around. Orange, white, and purple. Orange, silver, and purple. Jared Deluge right behind him in the 2. It's white and purple. And Gary Weaver, the White Lightning, up into the 3. Alex still in the mix. Jared over jumps out a little bit. Tanner's going to have a little comfortable gap there. For how long, we'll have to see. Tanner now. Oh, he rolls it in the worst place. That's going to let Jared Deluge out front, the person you don't want out front. Deluge now in the lead. Over the triple he goes. The White Lightning holding down the 2, and Alex now up to the 3. Tanner with some work to do, but still everybody on the same lap. Oh, watch the straightaway. Straightaway clear. All right. Gary getting a little excited there. So now Alex Strapanopoulos up to the 2. Jared, though, with a comfortable lead and a very good pace. Currently 27.507 for the leader. That is smoking fast. Let's see if Alex can close that gap a little. Our second place car does a nice barrel roll over the finish line. That was super awesome. I'm sure he meant to do that. Alex crossing the line, 26.507 pace. Tanner Dillon, third place car down the straightaway, orange and purple, 25.509, and Gary Weaver in the 4. So Jared down the straightaway, looking good out front. Solid, consistent laps. Fast lap with a 10.5. Holy moly. Just halfway over now this race with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining, drivers. So everybody now pretty spread out. Jared just going for a fast time now. Nice little whip over the triple. Our leader coming down the straightaway, purple and white. That is Deluge, 27.506 pace now. Shaving off 1 second. Alex in the 2, 25.5 flat now. He just needs a little bit more speed. He'll have a 26 lap pace. Tanner Dillon, third place car coming over the triple. And Gary Weaver The White Lightning crossing the line now down the straightaway. That is our 4th place car. Drivers, you have 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining. Looks like 4-wheel drive makes it easy to overjump that triple. These guys have too much horsepower. Got to roll that throttle. 1 minute remaining. Deluge out front, 27.508. Alex in the 2. See what his time is when he crosses the line here. 25.501 for Alex. And Tanner hitting that right angle corner there. I hate that corner too off the table. Jared, Alex, Tanner, Gary. 30 seconds, drivers. Jared's still on a 27-lap pace, but it's a 5:09 now. He's only got about a second or two buffer. He's gonna have to have a good last lap. 15 seconds, drivers. Alex now barely on a 26. He also needs a good lap. Time. When you cross the line, you will be done. No one is done. Gary, you are done. First one to finish. Tanner is still going. Tanner's still going. Jared, Alex, you're done. One more to finish. And Tanner, done. All right, taking 3rd place. Tanner Dillon, 25.515. 2nd place. Alex Strophanopoulos, 26.510. And Jared Deluge setting the pace at 27.509. Good race, guys. Up next, we have race number 6. That is open 2-wheel drive buggy. On the stand, we've got Colin Clark, Dustin Evans, Chad Richardson, Marcus Rasselhalf, and Skylar Bergeron. We've got a stacked heat here. Everyone in here is super fast. We'll need our marshals and a volunteer. There's only 4 drivers. Oh, thank you, Ben. Need some marshals from that last race. This one will be easy to marshal. These guys don't really crash. What's that? Oh, yeah. It's a rolling start. Sorry to mention that. This is going to be
Dustin
IFMAR.
Evans.
So,
Chad.
Drivers,
Colin Clark.
when you're ready, build your momentum, and then I will call the loop live momentarily. We still need another marshal at the corner, the easy corner. One marshal at the easy corner, and I also need Marcus. Oh, there he is. Marcus still getting ready, so Marcus is out there. This is IFMAR qualifying. This is what they usually use at big races, so if you're interested in how they do it, this is the race to watch. See here, Marcus
Rat.
There he is. I've got Marcus qualified there. Okay, looks like we've got enough marshals. We have drivers on the stand. Drivers, build your momentum. The loop will go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Loop is live. Loop is live. Let's see here. First across the line is Skylar Bergeron. Let's get a few laps, and then I'll call out the leaders. Bergeron with a good opening lap, 11.6. Dustin Evans with an 11.3. All right, everybody's finding their pace. Right now, I'm showing Dustin Evans out front. Skylar in the 2, Chad 3, Colin 4, Marcus 5. Dustin, last lap there was 11.4. Skyler with an 11.4 as well. Watch the start lines. Start line clear. So let's see here. Evans out front, 11.1 that time. He's going faster each lap here. Skyler also going faster, 11.2 for Skyler. So it's Dustin, Skyler, Clark, top three, followed by Chad and Marcus. Dustin with the fastest lap so far, 11.1. That's ridiculous for 2-wheel. 11 flat that time. He's looking to break that 10-second mark here. 3 minutes, about 3 minutes remaining. Oh, Dustin goes down. With a quick marshal from a passerby. That was lucky. Let's see how this turns out now when they cross the line. That puts Skyler in the lead now. Skyler Bergeron in the lead by about 2-3 seconds. 27.510 for Skyler. Dustin on a 26.5 flat. Chad now up to the 3 with 25.507. Nope, Colin now up to the 3. Chad falls to the 4. And Marcus in the 5. Halfway through this race, just over 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining. See here. Now Dustin puts himself back into the lead, but only by a few tenths of a second. Skyler back to the lead. It's back and forth between Skyler and Dustin right now, both on a 27.510 pace. Only a few tenths separate their distance between each other. Less than 2 minutes, drivers. A 10.9 for Dustin. All right, here we go again. We're going to break the lap counter. Dustin, the only one with a 10-second lap so far. Everyone else with 11s. A minute and 30 remaining, drivers. It's Dustin, Skyler, Clark, Chad, and Marcus in that order. Dustin now with a 2-second lead over Skyler. Dustin on a 27.508 pace. That's like 4-wheel drive speed. Skyler in the 2, 27.510. Skyler barely on a 27 lap. He's going to need some good laps. 1 minute remaining, drivers. Colin Clark in the 3, 25.502. Chad in the 4, 25.507. And Marcus out of this one. 45 seconds, drivers. Dustin with a 3-second lead over Skyler. 27.507 now. Actually improving his time ever so slightly. Less than 30. Dustin, Skyler, Colin, top 3, followed by Chad. And unfortunately, Marcus out of this one. 15 seconds, drivers. About enough time for one more lap. 10 seconds. And continue to keep going after you hear the tone until I call your name. Continue to keep going, keep going, keep going. No one is done. No one is done. Keep going. Colin, you're done. And Skyler, you're done. And Chad, done. And Dustin, done. Everybody is done. All right. Taking third place, Colin Clark, 25.502. Second place, Skyler Bergeron, 27.510. And taking the win and setting the pace, Dustin Evans, 27.506. Good race, guys. All right, so we're going to rerun the race that had the glitch That's going to be race number 4. Race number 4 is on the stand, not race 1, race 4. That's 21.5, two-wheel drive buggy, heat number 2. Brian Gallagher, Jeffrey Moore, Tim Carr, Ben Cropper, Welby Knowles, Ronald Burnett, and Steve Corner. We need marshals and volunteers. Marshals and volunteers. Track is closed until Jared gets done blowing. Still need marshals and volunteers. Marshals, pretty please. Alright, track is open. I still need marshals. And we're going to do a quick announcer change. Jared's coming back to the timing stand. Kendra Knowles, your guest announcer, signing off. Still need marshals. Still need marshals.
Ronald Burnett, Steve Kerner, Tim Carr, Ben Cropper, Jeffrey Moore.
And I could use a few
Brian
volunteers. If I can get some volunteer marshal help, be greatly appreciated. You got Al and Brian out here. Thank you to those guys. Thank you, Kendra. If I can get 2 more volunteers. 2 volunteer marshals, please. 1 volunteer marshal. Can I get 1 volunteer? And it's not Gary. I know. It's not you. I will need at least 1 more volunteer. Alright. Thank you to the Roadrunner. Just grab by Kendra and I'll get this corner. Alright. Drivers and marshals, we are live in less than 5. And off and running for the rerun of the second heat for 21.5. Brian Gallagher going to get a good start out front, that white and green. And it's Jeffrey Moore, that purple and white running in the 2 spot. And Welby Knowles, green and white, rounding out the top 3. And it's Ronald 4, Ben 5. Looks like that's Tim 6. Steve changing up colors on me. Going to a purple and green body now. But race leader down that straightaway, white, green. Another white and green car in the 2 spot. And the white and purple of Jeffrey Moore rounding out the top 3. So everybody keeping it clean. Just past the first minute in. Brian coming off the 12.9 last time by. He's across the line and down straightaway. The 12.4. There is Welby down straightaway in the 2 spot. Welby with a 12.4. Race leader onto the back end of traffic, down the straightaway. Green nose, white back. And you got the green back of Welby in the 2 spot. And rounding out the top 3 is Jeffrey Moore, down the straightaway. White nose, purple back. It is Ronald 4, Ben 5, Tim 6, Steve in the 7. It's a big mistake there out of Brian. Puts Welby Knowles out front. Battle for the lead right behind you, Ben. Thank you, sir. Oh, and again, Gallagher down. So we've got 2 minutes left to go. Still quite a bit of time out there. It's top two down the straightaway. Jeffrey all alone in the 3 spot. He's down the straightaway. Nice consistent run here for Jeffrey. Still Ronald 4, Ben 5. It's Brian looking for a move on Welby. Gave him a little tap there in the sweeper. Brian ended up backing out of it. Smart move. Watch straightaway. Watch getting on the straight. That's clear. Leaders down the straightaway. Welby hits the wall. It's Gallagher out front. Again, yellow nose, white back. Down the straightaway, top two. Ronald giving those guys plenty of room. About 45 seconds to go. It is Gallagher leading Welby down the straightaway. 25 seconds. They will go out for one more. Battle for the lead. White flag is out. These guys are on a TQ run. Tim, you're done. Ronald, you're done. Ben. Oh, little bobble there at Brian. Oh, and he was trying to regain there. That is everybody done. It is Jeffrey taking third. Welby 2. Brian Gallagher gonna set the pace in 21.5 with the 24.509. All right, now we are back to our regularly scheduled program. Race number 1, 17.5 two-wheel drive. That will be open two-wheel drive. Will marshal this race. Open two-wheel drive. Will marshal. Okay.
Andrew Hammond, Joe St. Peter, Chris Payne,
No, thanks, dude.
Andrew Dagg,
It's for the bus.
D.O.M. Ursetta.
How'd you do that? All right, hopefully it printed this time. I think. Maybe. Oh, wrong way. Is that it, Gary? Okay. All right. Everyone
St.
do a lap
Peter.
for me real quick. One more lap. One more lap.
Andrew Dag.
And lineup is going to be reversed. We got Joe
Theo
on the
Amber
1, Andrew
Andrew
2,
Hammond.
Chris 3, Dom
Payne.
4, Kendra 5, and Hammond will take the 6. And thank you to all of my marshals.
Kendra Knowles.
All right. We have a lineup. Drivers and marshals. We are live in less than 5. Off and running. Final chance for some of these drivers to make that A main. Kendra sitting 3rd overall right now. So it is that all orange leading them around. Kendra and Hammond getting a great start up into the top 2 now. Just like they did in round 1. The cream rising to the top. Still Joe in that 3 spot. There is Chris 4. Dom going to take over the 5 with that bobble out of Andrew. Oh, another little love tap there. There's Joe. Looking to get a piece of the action down the straightaway. Top 3, first minute down. Top 3 once again down that straightaway. Oh, Hammond looking up the inside. Whew. That's a risky move through that sweeper. Down the straightaway, the top 3. Chris in the 4, lurking in the shadows. He's got that yellow nose, white back. Just about 3 minutes left to go in this one. Top 3 through the triple. Kendra still having to go double single. That's going to allow Hammond to take over the lead. Kendra 2 and Joe right there in the 3 spot. Much better drive out of Joe here in Heat 2. Hammond currently sitting 6th overall. He's got that last spot in the A main, bumping out Tanner and Davids. Oh, and Hammond rolls it over. Kendra back to the point. Joe 2, Hammond 3. Chris is running consistent laps, trying to gain on that top group. You got 1:45 to go through the triple, your top 3. There's Hammond looking up the inside there. It's like he caught a little too much of the donut. It's right behind you, top 3, Dom. Oh, it's Joe. Down in the triple. Things are starting to unravel here for Joe. He's got to keep doing what he's been doing. The top two over the triple. They've got clean track up ahead with 1 minute to go. They are nowhere near their first round time, so it's just bragging rights going into the main. Both of these drivers sitting in the A main. Got 35 seconds. Ooh. Oh. They should go by for one more. Oh, Andrew trying for the inside there. Kendra will go out for one more, but Hammond will not. There is Dom, you're done. Joe, you're done. And that is everybody. Thank you, marshals. Thank you, drivers. Please grab those blowers as Chris takes the 3. Andrew Hammond 2, and Kendra Knowles will remain 3rd overall. That first round time, keeping her in it. And we'll need those drivers back out there to Marshall. She's got the final qualifier for 17.5 two-wheel.
Art Screama, Tanner Dillon, Sean King, Alex Stroud-Hopolas, David Stevenson, Scott Deluge.
All right, and I've got all of my marshals. And we got all the drivers checked in. Give you guys one more lap and shut it down. One more lap. Lineup is going to be David on the 1, Art 2, Alex 3, Tanner 4, King 5, and the Roadrunner gets the back. All right, so Tanner and David on the chopping block. Drivers and marshals on the sound of the tone. It's a nice clean start. That's what I expect. Oh, and David goes down in front of the pack. Everybody but King and the Roadrunner getting through there. They were just far enough back to see what was happening up ahead. It's like Art rounding out the top 3. As King and the Roadrunner had a great battle in Heat 1. His first minute down. Oh, that didn't sound good. And it's not good. Watch the straightaway. Stay to the inside. It's clear. Man, things went from bad to worse for David in that one. It's top 2 down the straightaway. There's Art in the 3. Alex, your current TQ holder, running in the 4th spot. The black and white leading the way of Sean King. 11-9 last time by. The Roadrunner 12-4. Art with the 12-2. Alex 11-7 in the 4 spot. And Tanner rounding out the field, had a 12 flat in the 5. 2 minutes in, 3 to go. So it was a mistake out of the Roadrunner, puts Art up into the 2 spot. Ooh. So everybody just kind of sizing each other up right now. We are 2 minutes left to go. Oh, little bobble there. Art gets a good land. Keeps it on all 4s. And Alex starting to creep into the picture. Top 2 down that straightaway. King goes a little wide. Able to keep the power down. Keep Art behind him. Minute 20 to go. (11-6) out of King. It's his best lap so far. We still got 1 minute to go. These guys starting to creep up onto the TQ, but they might just run out of time. 25-503 down the straightaway. It's another little bobble there out of the Roadrunner. It's going to close up Alex. 30 seconds. So this will be the white flag. Got 2 battles going on out there. It will be Sean King taking the win here in Heat 2. King able to go 3rd overall. Missed out by 2nd by a 1/10 of a second. So the Roadrunner will take 3rd, stays 5th overall. Art still 2nd. And Sean King will move up into the top 3. So the stage is set for 17-5A main. Andrew Hammond getting that final spot.
Brian Badgett. Al Fernandez. Zach Parsons. Gary Weaver. John Barbic. Brandon Chandler.
They're all green on the
Shane
bottom?
Baker.
Yeah. Oh, watch straightaway. Stay to the outside. Outside. I do need one more marshal out there. Oh, you're good, Andrew. He's here. Or not. All right, watch triple. Let's go ahead and shut it down. No more laps, please. No more laps. So we got Brian taking the one. Gary 2, Shane 3, Al 4, Brandon 5, John 6, and Zach gets the back. All right. Drivers and marshals. We are live in less than 5. It's actually less than 4. Oh! Ooh. Couple close calls out there, but it's pretty clean out front. Oh, it's Gary giving Brian the business. Trying to make a move for that race lead. Shane up into the 2 spot. It's Brandon 3, Gary falling to the 4. It's Brian currently sitting 3rd overall. Watch the triple. Watch triple. Thank you, Art. We got 1 minute down. 4 to go. Ooh. Is the white nose, blue back out front. And you got the all white of Brandon into 2. And Gary Weaver rounding out the top 3. Oh. Down the straightaway for Brian. There is Gary moving up into the 2 spot. Brandon got a little tangled up. And it's John 4, Shane 5, Al 6, Zach in the 7. Whew. It's close corners down that straightaway. So we've got 2 minutes in, 3 to go. Race leader's got some clean track down the straightaway. 13-1. Gary 12-6 in the 2 spot. And Brandon in the all white running the X-ray down the straightaway. It's John 4, Shane 5, Al 6, and Zach in the 7. We are halfway through. And that yellow, green, orange down the straightaway in the 2 spot. You got 2 minutes to go. Watch the start finish line. Watch start finish. It is clear. minute 30. Brian looking to improve his time here. Still sitting third overall on a 23.505. Gary Weaver now sits fifth overall with this run. Coming up onto the final minute. Gary 22.5 flat. And the all white of Brandon down the straightaway on a 22. Watch straightaway. Watch straightaway. Ooh, good job, Gary. Yep. $40 to go. The pileup ensues. No. 10 seconds to go. Oh, man. Just a little bit of patience goes a long way. Just look at Brian. Sitting third overall in this heat. It's Brandon, you did get caught. Gary, you're done. Zach, you're done. There is Brian, and that is everybody. Thank you, marshals. Thank you, drivers. Brandon taking third, goes 8th overall, just shy of that A main. Gary going 5th, and Brian remains at 3rd overall, 23.506.
All right, Kendra Knowles, your guest announcer, back on the timing stand to call this 21.5 two-wheel drive buggy. Heat number 2, race 4. On the stand, we've got Steve Corner, Ronald Burnett, Welby Knowles, Ben Cropper, Tim Carr, Jeffrey Moore, and Brian Gallagher. All right. Track is open. Looks like marshals are making their way out. Caution as the marshals exit
Brian
and
Gallagher.
enter. Use caution.
Steve Kerner. Welby Knowles.
All right, last chance to get
Tim
that
Carr.
good spot
Jeffrey
in the
Moore.
main.
Ben Cropper.
Last chance to make the show. Time to beat is set by Brian Gallagher, 24.509. All right. After this lap, straightaway is closed. Straightaway is closed. Straightaway closed. Let's go ahead and line them up. This is going to be reverse order. So that's going to put Steve Corner on the 1, Ronald Burnett 2, Welby Knowles 3, Ben Cropper 4, Tim Carr 5, Jeffrey Moore 6, and Brian Gallagher is going to take the tail end with the number 7 spot. All right. Looks like we have our marshals. Marshals ready. Drivers ready. Go at the sound of the tone, not before. And they're off. Steve Corner leading the way over the triple. Purple and green. It's got that new paint job. It's definitely going to go faster. Oh. We got a bit of a confusion here. I got your lap. Let's see here. Who? Ronald? Did he miss? Ronald and Welby, right? Okay. All right. Looks like Ronald and Welby missed a lap. I'll add those in as they cross the line. So, let's see here. Laps. I need Welby. Alright, got Welby's lap and then Ronald. I got Ronald's lap. Okay, you guys both got your laps. Alright, that was a rough start. But leading them around is Jeffrey Moore. Crossing the line. Purple and white. He's on a 23.506 pace. Second place is Tim Carr, solid red. Down the straightaway now. And hot on his tail is Brian Gallagher. Top three coming over the triple now. It's Jeffrey, Tim, and Brian. Steve Cordner holding down the 4. But he's got Ben and Welby behind him. Steve goes a little wide. That's going to let Welby up into the 4. Ben into the 5 now. Steve falls to the 6. Ronald in the 7. We got a pile up in the middle. Let's see here. Jeffrey Moore still leading this one. Our leader just off the straightaway. Purple and white coming over the triple now. Jeffrey Moore out front. Tim Carr was in the 2, but I believe Brian Gallagher now is into the 2. And Welby Knowles into the 3. All right. After 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining, drivers. So Jeffrey Moore leading this one from the beginning. Brian Gallagher now up to the 2, and Welby in the 3. Tim Carr now in the 4, Ronald 5, Steve 6, and Ben in the 7. Let me check that. Let's see here. Yep. All right. Had to check the laps here a few times. Jeffrey Moore still out front, crossing the line. That's your leader, purple and white, down the straightaway. Brian Gallagher crossing the line now. Yellow and white, followed closely by Welby Knowles in green, white, and orange. These two definitely had a better time in the first heat. Nonetheless, the battle is on down the straightaway. 1 minute to go, drivers. 2 and 3 over the triple. Jeffrey Moore just on a Sunday drive. 23.501 for Jeffrey. If he can shave off a second in the next 45 seconds, he'll have a 24-lap run. Jeffrey Moore looking for a good time, crossing the line. 23.501, 35 seconds remaining, drivers. Battle down the straightaway is the one to watch. That's 2 and 3. Brian and Welby coming over the triple now. Yellow and white versus green and white. Moore goes down. 2 and 3 now within striking distance with 15 seconds remaining. Jeffrey Moore now only a corner ahead of 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3 crossing the line right now. This is going to be the final lap. 5 seconds. This is it. Over the triple they go. That is time. When you cross the line, you'll be done. Tim Carr, you're done. Jeffrey, Brian, Welby, Steve, and Ronald, and Ben. Everybody is done. All right, taking third place, Welby Knowles, 23.506.8. Second place, Brian Gallagher, 23.506.1. And taking the win, Jeffrey Moore, 23.505. Good run, guys. Up next, we've got race number 5. $17.5 four-wheel drive buggy. On the stand, we're going to have Gary Weaver, the White Lightning, Alex Strapanopoulos, Jared Deluge, and Tanner Dillon. We need our marshals from that last race. Marshals from the last race. Alright, still looking for marshals from the last race. Pretty please. Alright. Track maintenance is done. Thank you. Track is open. Use caution as the marshals enter the track. Looks like we do have enough marshals. See Jared. I'm looking. Oh, there he is. Jared is getting up on the stand now. And we got Tanner, we got Alex, and Gary. I see Gary putting his body on.
Alex
Alright.
Sprout
Gary now
Jared
making his way up the stand. Alright, last chance. Last chance to get that good spot on the grid for the main. Alright, looks like
Weaver.
I do have a check from all vehicles. See, one more lap and then we will close the straightaway. One more lap. Alright, straightaway is closed. Straightaway closed. Let's go ahead and line them up. Reverse order this time. That's going to put the White Lightning on the pole. Alex on the 2. Jared on the 3. And Tanner Dillon on the 4. Jared making sure his tires are nice and hot. Alright. Looks like our drivers are ready. And I'm going to get these chargers. Okay, here we go. Marshals in place. Drivers ready. Go at the sound of the tone, not before. Alright. Oh, White Lightning down early. He's going to lose a couple spots there. That's going to let Alex and Jared out front into the lead. Alex. Oh, he rolls over. That's going to let Jared out to the lead. All right, Jared. Lots of traction rolling here. It looks like the traction definitely has come up on the track. So we've got Jared out front. Coming over the triple now, purple and white tiger stripes. Alex in the 2. Silver, yellow, black. Tanner Dillon in the 3. Orange, silver, and purple. And rounding out the top 4, Gary Weaver down the straightaway. Yeah. Yellow, orange, and green. It's like everybody is kind of doing their own thing right now. Everybody's spread out. Jared looking for the lap time here. Currently on a 27.505. His previous lap TQ was 27.509. He's 4 seconds faster. Deluge over the triple. And down the straightaway. 27.505. Fast lap of 11.1 for Jared. Alex in the 2 coming over the triple. Stropanopoulos. See what his time is. Crossing the line. Wow, was that right? 10.9 for Alex. Holy moly. 26.507. Now if he can just do that like a few times in a row. So Alex with the fastest lap of the race. Tanner Dillon in the 3, coming over the triple, orange and purple. Tanner now crossing the line. Leader coming right behind him. Oh, Jared rolls it. That's going to hurt his time. He was on a 27.504. So Tanner crossing the line. Fast lap of 11.5 for Tanner. Gary Weber, White Lightning down the straightaway in the 4. Gary's wondering where all the 17.5 guys are. He's like, I don't want to race these 13.5 guys. All right, time, minute and 25 seconds remaining, drivers. We've got a bit of time left here. Jared's still on a 27 lap run, but barely. 27.511 for Jared. I'll be shaving off the time. 27.510 now for Jared. And Alex, 26.502. Oh, our leader goes down. Alex on a 5:02 pace. He's got enough time to shave off 2 seconds. Alex now in the lead. So Alex, 26.501. New leader over the triple. Jared now on the hunt. Jared about a straightaway behind with 30 seconds remaining, drivers. Alex on a 5:01 still. Time is winding down. 15 seconds. 1-5. 10 seconds. Alex, Jared, Tanner, or Gary? See if Alex can make that line. Alex, you got caught. Tanner, you're done. Jared, done. And Gary, everybody is done. All right. Taking third place, Tanner Dillon, 24.5 flat. Second place, Jared DeLuge, 26.503. And taking the win, Alex Dropanopoulos, 26.5 flat. All right, up next is our final qualifying heat, race number 6, open 2-wheel drive. We're going to need some volunteer marshals. We'll also need the marshals from the last race. On the stand, we've got Skylar Bergeron, Marcus Ratzelhoff, Chad, Dustin Evans, and Colin Clark. Let's see here. Track is closed until the maintenance is done. I'm looking for marshals. I don't see any marshals. All right, and I need more marshals. Pretty please, we need marshals from that last race and some volunteers. Alright, I see Tanner coming out. Gary is disqualified from marshalling, so we're going to need another marshal. Pretty please. If you marshal, you'll probably win your next race.
Colin Clark.
Marshal. Track is open. Track is open. Still looking for just one more marshal over by me. One more marshal by me. Volunteers, anybody?
Skylar Bergeron.
And we have our volunteer, Deluge Sr., out on the track. All right. Thank you, Scott Deluge. I've got a check from all vehicles. Scott's making his way around. Once he gets into position, I'll call you guys to build your momentum. This is MHOR qualifying. All right, our marshals are in position. Drivers, build your momentum. The loop will go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. First across the line, Dustin Evans, followed by Skylar Bergeron. I'm sorry, Marcus Ratzelhave. Skylar and Marcus have similar paint jobs. Straightaway clear. All right. Time to beat is 27:5:06, set by Dustin Evans. Our leader now down the straightaway. Evans out front, currently 27:5:04. In second, I'm showing Skylar Bergeron on a 27:5:10, and in the 3, Chad Richardson with a 26:5:04. Colin in the 4, Marcus in the 5. Our leader with a little bobble there, but he does have a pretty good lead here. See, I'm showing Skylar now out front, and Dustin, Skylar on 27:5:10, Dustin 26:5 flat. Time to beat is 27:5:06. Skylar right now 3 seconds behind the TQ time. Chad on a 26:5:03 in third position. Ooh. With 3 minutes to go, Skylar still leading this one, but barely. Oh, Dustin now just took over the lead. Dustin now 27:5:08. Skylar falls to the 2. Colin now moving up to the 3. Chad going down to the 4, and Marcus in the 5. Dustin Evans with a 10:9 once again. Fastest lap. Just over halfway, drivers. 2 minutes, 25 seconds remaining. Evans, Bergeron, and Clark, top 3. Followed by Richardson and Ratzelhave. Dustin now 27:5:11, barely on a 27 lap run. Skylar on a 26:5:01. And Colin 26:5:10, top 3. Skylar with a lucky roll there. A minute 30 remaining, drivers. Our leader, Dustin Evans, crossing the line down the straightaway. Everyone knows his colors. He's been running those colors for years. It's become quite a bit of an icon. Evans over the triple. 27:5:08 now. Just under a minute remaining, drivers. Bergeron in the 2. Richardson now. Chad moving up to the 3. Colin falling to the 4. And Marcus in the 5. Dustin now pretty locked in on a 27:5:07. 1 second off his TQ time. 25 seconds remaining, drivers. Dustin, Skylar, Chad, top 3, followed by Colin and Marcus. 15 seconds. Less than 10. Alright. Time. Keep going until I call your name. Keep going. Keep going. No one is done. No one done. Skylar done. Dustin done. And Marcus is done. And one more to finish. Chad, you're done. Everybody is done. Alright. Taking third place. Chad Richardson with a 26.509. Second place, Skylar Bergeron, 26.503. And taking the win, Dustin Evans, 27.507. That wraps up our qualifying. Mains are up next. We'll get the mains started in, let's say 8:20, about 5 minutes. 5 minutes, we'll get the mains printed out. 8:20 in 5 minutes. Race number 1 is going to be 21.5 two-wheel drive buggy B main. Or no, I'm sorry, race 17.5 two-wheel drive buggy B main will be the first race. Kendra Knoll signing off. Jared Deluge back to the timing stand.
We are going straight into the main event, 17.5 B main. We got Dom, Tanner, Chris, Joe, Andrew, and David. And we'll need those marshals out of modified two-wheel. Excuse me, open two-wheel. Alright, we got our drivers. Track is blown off. I just need marshals. There they come.
Chris Payne, Joe St. Peter,
Yeah.
David Stevenson, Dom Ursetta, Tanner Dillon, Andrew Dagg,
Uh-huh. All right, we've got a lineup. Drivers and marshals on the sound of the tone. We're off and running. It is Dom, the BQ tonight. Got Tanner in that 2 spot. Chris rounding out the top 3. Race leader. Look at that white, orange, and black down the straightaway. It's the purple and white of Tanner Dillon. Ooh, that big traction roll at the end of the straightaway. That'll put Chris up into the 2. Yellow nose, white back. And it's David 3, David 4, Andrew 5, Joe in the 6. It's only 1 minute in, 4 to go. Now it's Chris's turn to make a mistake. Tanner back to the 2 spot. But Dom, he's checking out down the straightaway. 12-3 last time by. Tanner 12-5. Watch the start-finish line. Start-finish. And again, another car down. Just a battle for the 2 spot. Continues. Tanner and Chris. Down the straightaway. Ooh. Just about to the halfway point. Chris again gets it wrong before the start-finish line. Tanner back into the 2. David now into the top 3 with Chris 4. And Dom just behind this group, your race leader. Ooh, there it is. And that corner's claimed a lot of cars today. I've seen 3 cars break on that corner. Got 2 minutes to go. So that white, orange, black is your race leader. Down the straightaway, right behind that battle for the 2 spot. As David gets it wrong, watch the straightaway, stay outside, outside. That is clear. Minute 30. It's Dom running a very smooth main over that triple. I can't believe this is second time this guy's raced. Right? Is this the second time he's raced? That's insane. We got 1 minute to go. Less than 1. Dom, 25.508. Another 12 flat. And it's Chris in the 2. Yellow nose, white back, down on the straightaway. And David rounding out the top 3. Andrew 4. Joe in the 5. Joe out for one more. Dom will go out for his 25. Could have used that in qualifying. It's Chris, you're down. David. There is Andrew, and that's going to be the race. Thank you to my marshals and my drivers. Got David taking third, Chris 2, and Dom. No.
Art Screama.
Wow.
Kendra Knowles. Sean
That's big
King.
time. That's big time.
Alex
That was a
Stroud
great run.
Loss. Scott Deluge.
You're going to tell me that's your second time racing?
Andrew Hammond.
I've raced RC cars my whole life.
Oh, okay.
I've never done more. I've never done off-road.
Right.
I've only done open. I've only never raced. With a whole
Because it's like, fucking damn, dude. It's like, that's pretty good.
I've been doing this a long time.
All right.
I used to race the snowbirds when I was a little kid, oval kid.
Oh, okay.
So I've done it.
So you know your way around a radio.
Doesn't look like it, but
All right, lineup is going to be Alex taking the TQ tonight. Art lining up on the 2, Sean King 3, Kendra 4, Roadrunner 5, and Andrew Hammond making the A main. All right, drivers and marshals, we are live in less than 5. It is a nice clean start. It's what you'd expect out of this group. Everybody's still single filed. Alex 2, Art right there over the triple. King 3, Kendra 4. Down the straightaway for your leaders. 11-7 out of both first and second. Got King going 11-9. His first minute in, 4 to go. Oh, little wide there for Alex, but cuts it off in time before Art can get there. So 11-8 out of your leader. Art stabbing it in there. King 3. Then we got a battle for the 4th spot. Kendra and the Roadrunner. Oh, little bobble there out of Kendra. That will put Scott Deluge up into the 4th spot. It's the same top 3. Alex leading Art. Art leading Sean. Down the straightaway. Ooh, good recovery there from Art. Just a quick little adjustments. just past the halfway point. Only change of position is Scott Deluge and Kendra down the straightaway, and they're still going at it. Battle for the lead over that triple. Green, silver, followed by the yellow, purple. Oh, Art gets it wrong, catches a little too much of that corner. That's going to put Sean King right on the rear bumper. There's still time out there. Minute 45. Got a minute 25. Gone. 1 minute to go. Leader down the straightaway. 26.506 to pace. It's a great run here for Alex. Art trying to close that gap. Art over the triple now. 40 seconds to go. And it's still King 3. Roadrunner 4. Kendra 5. Andrew in the 6. 30 seconds to go. Ten seconds. That is time. King, you got caught. There is Andrew, Roadrunner, Alex. One more. That is everybody. Thank you, marshals. Thank you, drivers. It is Sean King taking third, Art 2, and Alex taking the win, 26.506. So we got 21.5 B main on the track. We'll need those drivers. Back out to Marshall. You're all right. Got you.
Steve Kerner, John Barvick, Zach Parsons, Al Fernandez, Brandon Chandler, Shane Baker, Ben Cropper.
Watch straight away, straight away. Whoa, wow. All right, thank you to my marshals. Straightaway is closed. Straightaway is closed. Got Ben on the 1, Brandon 2, Shane 3, Steve on the 4, John 5, Al 6, and Zach will take the 7. All right, we've got a lineup. Drivers and marshals on the sound of the tone. Oh, we got a dead car off the grid. Nothing for Zach. Watching the triple. Couple cars down. Nothing. Tough break for Zach. So it is going to be that all green of Ben Cropper. Down the straightaway for Ben. And it's Shane in the 2. Shane, that black, yellow, white. And Brandon rounding out the top 3 in the all white. It's Steve 4, John 5, Al in the 6. So we already first minute in. Watch the end of the show. Just about 2 minutes in. It's still the all green. Going to be hitting a triple. Oh, watch the triple again. Watch triple. Shane in the 2, but he's got company. It's Brandon, the all white, up into the 2 spot now. So that mistake from Shane drops him to the 3 spot. Steve 4. John in the 5. Closest battle out there. Down the straightaway, you got the all white going against the white, black, and yellow. Steve, you are a lap down. Steve, you're a lap down off that car. And the car behind you. Less than 2 minutes to go. It's Ben, Brandon, Shane, Steve a lap down in the 4th spot. And it's John 5. And Al rounding out the field. Oh, Shane able to get back around Brandon down the straightaway. It's the Schumacher versus the X-Ray. Two cars we don't see very often here at MHOR RC. I believe there's only one other Schumacher. And Brandon, the only X-Ray to run at MHOR RC in the past probably 2 years now. We haven't seen an X-Ray out here. We got less than 1 minute to go. Shane making a mistake on his own puts Brandon back to the 2. "30 seconds to go." Get another car. That's your leader down off the triple. 10 seconds to go. Oh. This looks like Brandon out for a lap on his own. Everybody going to be done when they cross the line. That is everybody. Thank you, marshals. Thank you, drivers. Got Shane taking third, Brandon 2, and Ben will take the win. We got 21.5 A main on the track.
All right. 21.5 two-wheel drive buggy A main. All the guys that made the show. On the stand, we've got Brian Gallagher, Welby Knowles, Jeffrey Moore, Brian Bagdett, Tim Carr, Gary Weaver, and Ronald Burnett. Let's see here. All right, that's how I like to see it. Marshals are already out.
Brian Gallagher, Ronald Burnett, Welby Knowles.
I'll give you guys a couple laps for
Bagdett,
practice.
Gary Weaver,
Get the bugs
Jeffrey
worked out of
Moore,
your system,
Tim Carr.
because the show is about to go down. Showdown at MHOR. All right, let's close the straightaway. Close the straightaway. Let's go ahead and line it up. Our TQ tonight is going to be Brian Gallagher on the pole, Welby Knowles on the 2, Jeffrey Moore 3, Brian Bagdett 4, Tim Carr 5, Gary Weaver 6, and Ronald Burnett making the A main in the 7. All right, let's make this one a race to watch, guys. That first lap, just be patient, get sorted out, and you guys will have a good race, guaranteed. All right, marshals in place. Drivers ready. Go at the sound of the tone, not before. Nope, that's not the tone. That's not the tone. All right, let's try this again. Go at the sound of the tone, not before. And they're off. Gallagher leading the way, followed closely by Welby. 1 and 2 already starting to pull away down the straightaway. Brian Bagdett up to the 3. Up into a position better than he qualified. Welby looking for a way around. Brian Gallagher, he's going to have to be patient. There's a lot of time in this race. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. That's a ton of time. Anything can happen. Top 2 down the straightaway. That is the battle to watch. Looks like Ronald Burnett making the A up into the 3. Jeffrey Moore falling to the 4. Tim Carr 5. Brian Bagdett 6. And Gary Weaver in the 7. So far, everybody's still on the same lap. Top 2, however, are coming up on the tail end of this. Down the straightaway they go. Your leaders are white and yellow and white and green. They have definitely put some space between them and third place. There's a race in the back, however. Ronald Burnett is ahead of it. Ronald sliding out a little. He's got some work to do to hold that position. Ronald Burnett barely missing a head-on collision there. Good miss. Meanwhile, 1 and 2 coming into traffic now. Brian, oh no, Ronald gets into trouble. I think that's Jeffrey Moore now leading the pack in the 3rd. Here we go, the battle in the back. 1 and 2, Welby going for the pass. Oh, there's some rough passing going on. Oh, man. 1 and 2 battling hard down the straightaway. Oh, Welby cuts that pipe a little short. That's going to let Brian put a little gap on him. Meanwhile, Jeffrey Moore up to the 3 now. Brian bagged it right in the 4. Right behind him. So there's a race for 3rd position. That's the closest one right now over the triple. Purple and white versus blue and white down the straightaway. The position battle. Watch it middle. The middle is clear. Good job with the marshalling there. Just over 2 minutes remaining, drivers. It's Brian, Welby, and Jeffrey, top 3. Meanwhile, the battle for 3rd position is tightening up here. Crossing the line now down the straightaway. 3rd position between Jeffrey and Brian. They're coming up on the tail end of traffic. Oh no, Brian bobbles a little. That's going to Jeffrey. Yeah, that's right. Jeffrey's going to have a little breathing room. Meanwhile, a minute 30 remaining, drivers. Brian Gallagher now with a fairly comfortable lead down the straightaway. White and green. 2nd place, green and orange and white. That's Welby Knowles. Welby's got a bit of work to do, but he's got a whole minute and 10 seconds to do it. Leader's getting through traffic here. Our leader getting a little bit caught up there. Stumbles on the triple. Welby now closing the gap. Welby green and white in 2nd. He's got a bunch of traffic in between. 45 seconds remaining. It's Brian, Welby, Jeffrey, followed by, Gallagher, Welby, Jeffrey, followed by Bagdit, Gary Weaver, Tim, and Ronald. Time is winding down. 30 seconds, drivers. Easy, guys. Off the throttle. All right. 15 seconds. They will get around for one more lap, hopefully, and that will be it. Less than 10, drivers. All right, the 2 leaders now on their final lap. Welby definitely closing the gap. That is time. When you cross the line, you will be done. Jeffrey's done. White Lightning done. 2 top leaders, Welby and Brian, done. All right. Everybody done. Good race, guys. Taking 3rd place, Jeffrey Moore, 23.505. 2nd place, Welby Knowles, 24.510.7. And taking the win, Brian Gallagher with a 24.510.1. Good race, guys. All right, up next, we've got race number 5. 17.5 4-wheel drive buggy. A main. We've got Jared Deluge, Alex Dropanopoulos, Tanner Dillon, and Gary Weber. Marshals from that last race. Before you pack it up, please come and do your marshal duty. Marshals from the last race. All right, this last chance for Jared to get that 28-lap run. Still looking for marshals, guys. All right, track is open. Use caution. Use caution as the marshals enter the track. Use caution as the marshals enter the track. All right, we need
Alex Stroud-Hopolas.
I need one more marshal in the middle to help Tim. One more marshal.
Tanner Dillon.
All right. Looks like we've got our marshals. And let's make this here the last lap. Straightaway close, straightaway close. Let's go ahead and line them up. 17.5 4-wheel drive buggy A main. Our top qualifier tonight is Jared Deluge on the pole. On the 2, Alex Strophanopoulos. On the 3, Tanner Dillon. On the 4, Gary Weaver, the White Lightning. All right. We got marshals in place. We have drivers ready. Drivers go at the sound of the tone, not before. And they're off. RTQ, Jared Deluge leading the way. Alex Strophanopoulos in the 2. Tanner Dillon 3, Gary Weaver 4, just like they lined up. A nice train going on. See if they can keep this up. Jared looking for a fast time. He wants to be the fastest guy on the track tonight. Oh, but he's not going to do it like that. Watch on the straightaway. Straightaway is clear. Yeah, that was definitely one of those. There's a bump on the straightaway that's kind of catches everybody. Every now and then. It's caught me a few times. Alex to the lead now. Our leader over the triple. Alex currently 27.504, but we're still early in the race. 3 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. Alex, Jared, Tanner, and Gary. Jared trying to close the gap on Alex. Alex looks like he's got that four-wheel drive dialed in now. Thank you, Gary. Oh, Alex rolls it. And here comes Jared for the almost pass. Jared now riding the back bumper of Alex. Almost had that pass. He didn't want to push it, though. He's definitely making it a race. 3 minutes. Lots of time left in this one. So there's a race in front and a race in back. Gary and Tanner are actually on the same lap. And Alex and Jared making the pass. All net there. That was a good move. That was totally legit. Oh, and then he traction rolls it. Oh, Jared. Now he's got some work to do, but he's got a whole 2 minutes and 30 seconds to do it. He's got to close another straightaway gap on Alex, which is going to be hard to do because Alex is super fast. Oh, Tanner goes down. That's going to let Gary close the gap. 1 and 2 battling, and 3 and 4 battling. Tanner now in the battle. In between the battle for 1 and 2. Just under 2 minutes, drivers. Our leader down the straightaway. Second place down the straightaway. Jared is closing the gap slowly. Still a minute and just over 30 seconds remaining. There is time for him to close the gap further. Alex just holding down a steady line. Oh no, Jared traction rolls. Jared now with a lot of work cut out for him. A minute and 10 seconds remaining, drivers. So it's Alex, Jared, Tanner, Gary. Alex just 1 second off of a 27 lap pace. 26.5 flat now for Alex. 40 seconds, 4-0. Alex, Jared, Tanner, Gary. Jared taking a little breather there. 20 seconds, drivers. Looks like this might be the way it turns out. Alex, Jared, Tanner, and Gary, unless there's a big mistake. 10 seconds. That is time. Jared, you're done. Alex, keep going. Tanner is done. 2 more to finish. All right, everybody is done. Everybody done. Taking 3rd place, Tanner Dillon, 25.507. 2nd place, Jared Deluge, 25.5 flat. And taking the win, Alex Dropanopoulos, having a seriously good race night tonight in 2-wheel as well. Good job, guys. Up next is our final race of the night. Race number 6. Open 2-wheel drive buggy. We're going to have Dustin, Skylar, Chad, Colin, and Marcus, the fastest 2-wheel drive buggies of the night. We're looking for marshals. Before you guys pack up, please come marshal. We do need at least 1 volunteer. Thank you, Ben. Ben is definitely going to win his next race. He's been volunteering all night. All right, we got marshals coming out. I still need 1 more marshal. Just 1 more marshal. There, Jared's there. All right, we got our marshals. All right. Track maintenance is just about done. All right, track is open. Track is open. Get those tires warmed up and the bugs out of your system.
Dustin Evans.
The main event is up next.
Skyla Bergeron. Chad. Colin Clark.
All right.
Marcus
I've got
Rass.
a check from all vehicles. All right, looks like Dustin's ready. Okay, guys, let's close this straightaway and line it up. Our top qualifier is going to be Dustin Evans on the pole. On the 2, Skylar Bergeron. 3, Chad Richardson. 4, Colin Clark. And 5, Marcus Ratzelhave. All right. We've got marshals in place. We've got drivers ready. Drivers, go at the sound of the tone, not before. And they're off, just like they lined up. Evans out front, Bergeron right behind him, and Chad Richardson, top 3. Followed closely by Colin and Marcus. Dustin with a great line on that first lap, holding it tight. Skylar not letting him get away though, and Chad right there. Everybody in the mix here. Great train going on. Dustin making that car look like it is really hooked up. Great line over that table. Starting to put a gap on 2nd place now. Dustin out front. 11 flat that time. Our leader down the straightaway, Evans, on a 28.509, but that is early in the race. The averages will go down as the time goes by. 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Evans out front, Skylar in the 2, Chad 3, Colin 4, Marcus 5. Dustin with another 11 flat. Consistently throwing down low 11s. Oh, Skylar, nice save. Up on 2 wheels for like an eternity. Oh no, our leader down. And, whoa. That was a long crash there. Skylar now to the lead. Dustin's got the work to do now. But we still have 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining, just halfway through this race. Bergeron, oh, he rolls it. He had a chance. Now Evans out front. It's going to be very difficult to make up ground. Evans back out front. Chad in the 2 now. In that blue. He goes a little wide. Skylar takes the inside line. Colin Clark now wants to join the mix here. Colin in the white car. Colin and Chad. Our leader goes down again there. That's going to let Dustin close the gap. Or I'm sorry, Skylar close the gap a little. 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining, drivers. Still a pretty close race. All in all, yeah, this is our leader coming over the triple. That's Dustin Evans. Skylar Bergeron over the triple, and Chad and Colin. Dustin now increasing that gap again with only 1 minute remaining, drivers. Dustin 11 flat once again. Skylar now in the 2 down the straightaway. Only 1 second off of a 27 lap pace. Dustin right now the only one on a 27 lap pace. Even after 2 crashes, still on a 27 lap pace. That is spectacular. Less than 30 seconds, drivers. Dustin, Skylar, Chad, top 3, followed by Colin and Marcus. Time is winding down. There is a lot of traction on that last corner there off the straightaway. 5 seconds. It's going to be close. Time. When you cross the line, you'll be done. Skylar, done. Everyone else keep going. Chad, Colin, Marcus, and Dustin. All right. That wraps up Open 2-wheel drive A main. Taking 3rd place, Chad Richardson, 26,505. 2nd place, Skylar Bergeron, 26,501. And taking the win, Dustin Evans, 27,509. Great race, guys. That wraps up our Wednesday night race program. If you guys want to run your batteries down, the track will be open for a short while longer. I'll turn on the practice lap counter. And let's see what's going on. Our next race is Saturday. It's indoor. Sign up closes at 2:30. Races start at 3 on Saturday. And then towards the end of the month, start looking for the turf racing. End of the month, heard from Chad that turf racing should start, weather permitting. So I look forward to that. And last thing is the bonus master's class from Art Screamo for painting bodies. Look to keep on the website or the Facebook site and keep an eye out for that. Art Screamo's master class for painting bodies. And I think that's it. It's a wrap for tonight, Wednesday Night Worlds. Thank you for coming out on behalf of MHOR RC Raceway. It's you guys that make it what it is. Kendra Knowles, guest announcer, signing off. Guys, have a good night, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Ben Cropper. Fourteen four. 13-3. 13-3. 13-3. 13-3. 13-7. 13-2. 14 flat. 'Alex Stroudhopoulos. 13-9. 12-5. 13-4. 12-5. 12-8. 12-4. 12-9. 11-9. 13 flat. 13-3. 13 flat. 12 flat. 13-1. 11-8. 13 flat. 12-2. 11-8. 14-4. 11-9. 12-4. 11-8. 13 flat. 12-2. 12-7. 12 flat. 11-9. 12 flat. 11 9.